we're going to have a flood of homes from Zillow coming into the market. What's going on, everybody? It's Sasha, your market expert here in Charlotte. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another monthly market report. So obviously today we're going to be going over the monthly market report. We're going to be looking at the housing stats for the Charlotte metro area. But before we get started, I do want to let you know, as of right now, me personally, I am seeing a little bit of a discrepancy between the stats and what I'm personally seeing in my day-to-day, the people I'm working with. So just to give you a little rundown, right now I'm working with people anywhere from $400,000 to $600,000. And these stats don't really align with my past experience in the last 2 months. So within the last month and a half, one house I was able to negotiate, it's in an upcoming neighborhood, I was able to negotiate $25,000 below the listed price. Another house recently came back on the market after a buyer's financing fell through, and we happened to catch it really fast. I put a real big sense of urgency on the seller's agent, letting them know that, hey, we're submitting an offer, but we need to know an answer as soon as possible because of XYZ. I don't want to mention it because we're still under contract right now. And that offer we got submitted, we ended up getting it for $10,000 below the listed price, even though when it first came on market, they had multiple offers. And then the most recent home, we actually ended up getting it for $20,000 above asking price. So the multiple offer situation is definitely still a thing. Again, it's on a case-by-case basis, but I feel the market right now starting to soften, which is a good thing for the buyers. You know, 6 months ago, three to 6 months plus months ago, I was seeing a lot more multiple offers. Right now, it honestly feels like instead of a house getting, 15, 20, 30 offers as soon as it hits the market on that weekend, right now I'm feeling like it's more like 5 offers or a couple offers. So I'm not having to compete with my clients against, 15, 20 other people. So the success rate is a lot higher. So when these stats came out, I was honestly really surprised because they're not really aligning with what I'm currently doing and the buyers I'm working with. I'm having a lot of success right now with getting offers accepted. And not to mention, I'm able to negotiate after inspection. If there's any repairs that need to be done, I'm able to get those paid for by the seller, and or we're able to get a credit to go towards the buyers for down payment and or closing costs, which honestly, the last almost 2 years, I almost have not been able to do at all. And if I was able to do it, it's something small, $500, $1,000, $1,500. Now I'm able to negotiate a lot more money for my buyers. So I'm personally seeing a lot of changes, and these stats kind of surprise me because these stats versus some of the other stats that I've gone over the last couple months, they're not aligning. Me personally, I'm seeing things get better, but these numbers are kind of saying different. So sorry about that rant. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Drop me a comment down below if you're a buyer in this market. What are you seeing? Are you having any success lately? Or are you still, writing multiple offers and not having any success? I'm curious about that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the new listings. So in regards to new listings, there was 5,368 new listings in the month of October. That's a 5% decrease from this time last year, and it is just over 130 less new listings than we had in the month of September. Now let's move on to pending sales, which are actually up. There was 5,319 home sales pending. That's a 5.6% increase from this time last year, and it's actually over 250 more home sales pending than we had in the month of September. So far the market in October is beating September, which is kind of interesting as we expect things to slow down, which they are, but I was expecting it to obviously be lower than this past September. All right, now we're going to be moving on to the average sales price and median sales price, which came in at just under $389,000 in the month of October. That's a 9.7% increase from this time last year, and it's roughly the same that we had in September. In September, houses were selling for $800 less than this average sales price, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Now let's talk about the median sales price in October, which was $335,000. That's a 15.5% increase from this time last year. However, it is no change from the month of September. So we're starting to level out, it seems, with these prices. And hopefully in the coming months, we'll start seeing a slight decrease in these prices. But as of right now, things are just leveling on out. Now let's move on to days on market, which was 17. That's a 34.6% decrease from this time last year. However, it is a 1-day increase from the month of September, which I guess is good news. But again, if you've been watching the channel, by now you should know that this varies on a case-by-case basis. There's houses that get multiple offers within the first day. Then there's a lot of houses that are sitting on the market for a very long time, especially Zillow, Open Door, OfferPad houses, because they're usually in horrible shape unless they're new construction. But yeah. All right, now we're going to talk about the percentage of the original list price received, which was 100.4. That's a 1.7% increase from this time last year, and it's a slight 0.6% of a decrease from the month previous. Now, basically, this is telling you that on average, when a home is listed, you can expect to pay 0.4% above the asking price. As I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm having some good luck right now. I'm able to help people get houses below the asking price and a lot more than 0.4%. But if the house is, if the house is highly desirable, you are going to get into that multiple offer situation. And if that does happen, chances are you're going to be going a lot higher than 0.4%. You're going to be going $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 above, depending on the house itself. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now for the finale, the months of inventory, which came in at 0.8. That's a 42.9% decrease from this time last year. And we're not moving here. No more inventory is coming on the market now than previous. It's all relatively starting to stay the same. Now, I will say I have spoken to some people in the bank industry, and I'm hearing that we all know what happened with Zillow. So I'm starting to hear now that they are waiting until the beginning couple months of 2022, heading into the springtime, to start releasing a lot of the homes that they acquired. So this is going to be good news, because if this is true, we're going to have a flood of homes from Zillow coming into the market. Now, we're not looking at nationwide. We're focusing on Charlotte and the surrounding areas. So we might see a lot more homes coming in the springtime of 2022 that are owned by Zillow itself. Now, this isn't going to be thousands and thousands of homes. This might be a couple hundred homes. So this is something to pay attention to, because if we do have that influx, which is a high chance that we will, if we do have that influx of homes, people might start thinking that the market is going to shift a lot faster than the gradual decline that I've been thinking is going to happen. So it's going to be a very interesting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Any questions at all, call, text, or email me anytime. I'll catch you next week. Take care. Bye.